There's a purpose in this life, and when you know there's direction in this night to light the road, joy unfolds and you compose. And yet there's more, yes more, there's always more to drown you. Caught up in all the hype, wanting to live right, and at the same time look tight, affording things when growing up it was like a circus. Wild things that crime brings, and dreams of cream involved themes. Low hopes of success, pipe dreams, those that work the hardest fight stress streams by ignoring those things. Mind up above, so one may one up on in heaven's love. Messenger from another land, tell another story at hand. Engaging in drinks and raging like a Klingon. Beware of getting rich, you'll quit smoking with the group on. Relentless through the globe, there's repression and defeat when fulfilling your life. Remember the street, because there's always more to know, more to regret, more to get, more praise in the earlobe. Where will those riches be? The truth added wisdom eternally, added to translate responsibly, at every angle to every possibility. There's a purpose in this life, and when you know there's direction in this night to light the road, joy unfolds and you compose. And yet there's more, yes more, there's always more to drown you. Who's counting transgressions, crowd sessions, mouth outspoken to break records, knowledge playing chess instead of checkers. Listen to the youth, some truth spouting proofs, spent all on a mission, barely understood the opposition. Straw man fallacy, attacking the supposedly when win wasn't the victory. Explaining well humility to the preacher shouting victory. Defense of the malice, he understood the calamity. Ignorance is more shallow, there's want in the enemy. Satan bestowed pride, featured in the palace. Jesus grabbed the towel, washed my feet. Listen to him gently, commanding love and humility. It's known without certainty, like Job spoken from ignorance. Lo and behold, we only know by arrogance. There's more to implore, confidence at once when you know one. There's another unfolding to someone. What hides in the darkest kingdom, more knowledge to animate freedom. There's a purpose in this life, and when you know there's direction in this night to light the road, joy unfolds and you compose. And yet there's more, yes more, there's always more to drown you. Sight is foggy, looking across the bow of the ship. Body is groggy like I woke up. Socks are soggy from the morning dew, riding in this big old whip. Looks like the Caribbean waters unfolding in the view. The woman's voice I hear, man, I feel like walking up to you. Overcoming any fear, the body feels sunshine. Beholding the island cove, what did I leave behind? Seems like purpose was vain, new hopes intertwined. This is what God must bestow, something new to put more hope in the grind. Wisdom will guide me and sharpen the mind against love's opposition refined. Walking across the water for its sake, remembering the old ways, how the mindset could be so unawake. Promise of life got me going in this phase, like Jesus on the waves, I'm on a mission. Ships hold tightly, 1,000 pounds in this maze. Slowly doze through the crowded sea. Millions of fish swimming below under me. Whales with their tails all shiny. Boldly I behold the beauty. As a quick pilot I peer over the balcony. Hold the weight, the winds are blowing behind me. Looking at the empty bench on the sea deck where Jesus slept. Dire straits have my faith and rain check. Hold up, that's who I'm waiting to see. Jesus in the view, that's what's new to me. Anticipation, I'm waiting to see the Father of creation. Such goodness, the hope defeats all contemplation. A reward for all the resisted temptation, and fulfilling promise that I can enjoy salvation. Living life with a daring heart and woeful consummation. Having others shaking their head at the situation. Misunderstanding the love without recognition. I'm understanding love's opposition. Walking across the water for his sake, remembering the old ways, how the mindset could be so unawake. Promise of life got me going in this phase, like Jesus on the waves, I'm on a mission. All of us are part of an unprofitable generation, doing the things G commanded in migration, into a body of life, fulfilled determination, where the old things are past and forgiven. The new way is a beautiful heaven, living while you talk to the Lord on a mission. If you're wanting something, you don't need permission. He gives if you ask, and the purpose of life quicken. Truth spoken to us of his own intuition. Father of lights given a vision, guide to chart the stars and avoid derision. Navigating to a land without love's opposition. All of us a fast life, most of us with no wife. Married to a gold hype, make my name bright. Happy with the gold race, sad with no forte. Sunny with the crown rise after going down, called me. Thinking this is a fast life, I make moves with bold strife. Understanding that pleasure is at hand, thirst took me on a journey. Hard to escape the older band, their arrogance ruled me. I've seen a lot of things, but they'd never outdo me. Swift on my feet, I desired fine rings. Retire my cleats and drink booze the whole week. Remembering the pains, my outcome looked bleak. To obtain the things that I want, more than a desire to flaunt, like I had to sell drugs or live or die with the thugs. Dimming in the pure light, inside there with the pure sight, making things right shouldn't cost death's plight. Seemed to be wrong being dealt this flight, ever I'd run dodging the beast, snatching my drink overflowed with yeast. Leaving me as an enemy in the streets, while one couldn't refrain to speak. Heard lies, bad guys, with sin in their teeth. All of us a fast life, most of us with no wife, married to a gold hype. All of us a fast life, most of us with no wife, married to a gold hype, make my name bright. Happy with the gold race, sad with no forte. Sunny with the crown rise after going down, called me. A pretty woman, a miracle, such a sensation. We satisfy the tides with something lyrical, vigilance at every angle. I'm in less desperation, I'm in love with the woman, my heart's youth briefly makes me forget past delinquency, ain't that the truth? Count on my works as dungarees, Christian like the 70s, broads are cute, but they ain't worth the loot. About halfway broke, paying for heaven's wedding suit. Anyway, I don't want her hating me. Take care not to despise her, she's not my enemy. Yes, I know how elope thieves works from a man going to die in peace. I'm a different type of man, not like I used to be. Running with the wrong type of gutter agency. Gutter type bakery, and the refiner working up the finer things. We blazed on the cheddar to discuss honestly, not necessarily wedding rings, blue dreams and happy memories. Goodness don't dry out, it becomes celebrities. Heavenly jewels, I wear them, lots of hype sparkly. All of us a fast life, most of us with no wife, married to a gold hype, make my name bright. Happy with the gold race, sad with no forte. Sunny with the crown rise after going down, called me. The body is clothed with more by hope, living life in contentment, willing to be with my betrothed in commitment, making this new thing dope, seeking to be innocent, and we are not ignorant. The bed is undefiled and the marriage is honorable, counting like Samson's finesse. Follow my desirable and the best. We walk like the moon with Jackson, evening highlights of the fashion. Working together on virtue, joy, and failures of success. He says, I'm not one to hurt you. She says, you don't have to flirt, boo. All of us a fast life, most of us with no wife, married to a gold hype, make my name bright. happy with the gold ray. Solo as the style, when others look at you for a while, shake their head, forget you and go ahead, more cherish of the dead. Gruesome memories, marks of dread, the treasure of plain, instilled joy from another plane. Confounders sit and listen, enthralled in another game, outside the city that's forbidden, the land where no one knows your name, life's forgotten, encumbered in blame. Forgotten blunders and loss of fame, still struggling to get over lame, struggle in my mind to keep me sane. Used to smuggle with the new, I knew Lando Calrissians, wild like a barbarian. Here and now I come around again, spending my time on pleasuring rather. Heaven city streams are plentiful, I know the healing is bountiful. My friend died in the hospital, city streets caught him in the optical. Striving without is only possible when I take better steps that are responsible. A hiss to the ends of the world and afar, so long from the guitar with the fretboard pearl. Often my heart tears for prosperity, want everyone living forever. Drink responsibly, ready to do whatever, with a bigger cause, however clever that may be. Taking time to own up, can't be tied up logically. In Christ all grown up methodically, looking forward to being at sup with the Holy King, Jesus the Nazarene. At least gleam something right for the cup, gathering wellness to answer for what? High calling purpose radiating in my gut. The law, the spirit of life within us, follow the shepherd, truth in Jesus. Galaxy receives the glorious gifts of holy nature greater than the previous. Justification to generations made righteous. Saint invocation, oh how marvelous, over the grave he rises victorious. Enter the haven, toss off the burdens of the heavy laden. Here there's no grading, admitting I'm an unprofitable man, fading. Obeying Jesus' commands, the magnificent laying works on his foundation, conveying the beautiful gradient. It isn't done without education, taught by Christ in a real situation, defying mottos, a different type of wisdom. Another prince on a mission from El Dorado, city of riches hidden in plain view, cash tender of eternal revenue, internal throttle, granting success like a genie in a bottle. Whatever you wish, sometimes a role model, cash out the blunts in the bottle, free to take part if we're gathered together with Jesus in heart. The purpose is go-getter, savor from the fields of the lonely and bitter. Men are not good, separate themselves with the cold weather. Hope in the hood is like the stormy weather. Crook riches are vain, but we don't know better. They bring switches of gain. Still I gotta get with her, chill like the lowly, surely faithful like a sister. The law, the spirit of life within us, follow the shepherd, truth in Jesus. Galaxy receives the glorious gifts of holy nature greater than the previous. Justification to generations made righteous. Saint invocation, oh how marvelous, over the grave he rises victorious. Traded in for a price, the life like a friend, until the end, sticking closer than a brother. To the children of Zion, his purpose ain't over. We love each other, neither one without another. Combine and make one body forever, divisionless beauty, working together, marriage of splendor. Spirit of Christ made dead to the law, obeying his voice to avoid the fall. Remember Moses on Mount Pisgah, cleave to the Lord and revive like Elijah. Am that I am, written in pen, Jesus' cup filled with wine again. Refuses to drink until after the troops deployed, hidden in the hand of the guardian. Suited for war, sober nights avoiding a roaming Satan while the heathen are raging. Their sleep is annoyed, restless and gamefully waging. Surely I am one of God's sons engaging the law, the spirit of life within us. Follow the shepherd, truth in Jesus. Galaxy receives the glorious gifts of holy nature greater than the previous. Justification to generations made righteous. Do what I do because in you there's a moment of truth. Do what I do, what I do. Do what I do, I do what I want, knowing the way is established. Sometimes I might even flaunt. I'm read up in that, the Bible wallet fat, ready to take up the worded sword against demon men, knowing it is not meant for cutting them. A meat tenderizer, internal progression, prepared steps, helmet of salvation. I might requite the prince of the air's might, knowing that Satan returns here and again in the night. Since the sun has been taken away, the fire kindles warmth to all. However, the ghost of him is my true whiskey. Growing together, I stand tall with that strong drink. Even if sight loses distance until my last day, I will rest with the best of knowledge is established, as opposed to those worn by justifier in a slippery place. Although hollow, I know there's always grace. Finished alone will also have a taste. Seeking the kingdom, I'm seated straight, having the power to be a son in Jesus' faith. Oh, we would all go his way, only die to live another day. Bearing crosses, muscles ache, anything not to be ashamed. Oh, in heaven, give me a new name. Do what I do because in you there's a moment of truth. Do what I do, what I do. Do what I do because in you there's a moment of truth. Do what I do, it's all for you. Used to say don't walk in my shoes, dreading the day that life brought you blues. Yet to live free is a choice that we shouldn't always take. If not, then the longing of all would be fake. And God made man upright, and I know that's not a mistake. Now I know that wherever you go, the truth can uphold, and the word will reach you, so stay woke. Understanding by faith that a man is always influenced by the true way. And while we exist after Jesus' fate, his people are everywhere, his fruit is overflowing outside the gates, feeding the numbered sparrows, beautiful arrows, reaching the beautiful folk with long hair and the glittering spears, sticking fast to the ball folk and still in fear. To the long folk over there, I wish you were here, that we could rejoice in the same cheer. Do what I do because in you there's a moment of truth, a fountain that we all need to go to. Faithful choices in I and in you, maintain the faith, do what I do. Do what I do because in you there's a moment of truth. Do what I do, what I do. Do what I do because in you there's a moment of truth. Do what I do, what I do.